Hey there folks, and welcome back. I'm Chris from iLeather.com, and today we're going to do a shaving video, and we're going to be using Dealmaker, and this was sent to me by Chris Ryan, a friend of mine and viewer. Thank you very much, Chris. This is a nice smelling soap. This is, by the way, out of the shaving shop, as you can see there. The notes on this, or at least what I'm picking up, I think lemon, there's some slight floral in it, but it's not too much because I'm not a big floral guy, or what I call granny floral, but a little bit of floral in there, but I get mostly like lemon, maybe some orange and a little bit of floral. Really nice scent. I'd call scent strength right in the middle, about 5, maybe 5.5, just a smidgen over. We're also going to be using the Oneblade for the first time today, so that should be interesting. And our Nathan Clark, I call it TKO, but he calls it 8-ball with the Black Wolf fan knot. So let me wet my face and let's get going. Stay tuned. And all right, let's see how we do with Dealmaker. And I'm confident that it will be of nice quality because Pete Charkellis of the Shaving Shop and Shaving Shop Club doesn't deal with any subpar products, I don't believe, anyway. And the ones that he has made under the club name or the shaving shop name are normally quite good. So looking forward to this shave today, and looking forward to trying the Oneblade. Again, I acquired it in a trade. If you haven't seen the video where I did initial impressions, it is up. I posted that last evening, and this will be our first go. I watched Steve from Australia. I think he calls himself the Daily Shaver, and he said you hold it flat rather than holding it at an angle as you would ordinarily do, and let the pivot do the work. So we'll try to remain cognizant of that and give that a go. Boy, easy lathering soap here. Very, very nice. Don't know who makes it, but it's good. Smells nice, lathers easily. And let's cut this back and get into this Oneblade and see what's doing. Again, you know, $400. Whew, it's a lot of money. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we follow our advice from Steve and just sort of lay it flat and let the pressure. Okay, I see what he's talking about. Smooth. That is a different, that's a different feel entirely from what I used to. I don't feel a lot of blade at all, although I do feel it shaving. The one thing I can say, very, very smooth. Very, very unique feel. Now, I'm not going to be able to lay it flat under my nose, make it pass this way. Very unusual feeling razor. And again, following Steve's advice to lay it flat and let the pivot actually find the angle seems to be working. It feels mild. I don't know. We'll see how we do over 3 passes. It's going to take some getting used to. It feels good. Don't get me wrong, but letting that pivot find the angle is going to require some getting used to. But first pass felt very nice. Let's rinse face, come back for pass 2. All right, here we go, pass 2. That was really unusual, but it felt good. It felt, it's hard to describe. It does not feel like a traditional razor. It doesn't feel like a cart either. Because it's gliding at that pivot point, it just feels really smooth. You actually don't feel much blade. And we'll see at the end of our 3rd pass, you know, how effective it has been, because it's really hard. It's hard to gauge because you don't feel it cutting, but it is. So really unusual. experience, and not what I expected, but not in a bad way, just in a different sort of way. Just, you know, just trying to get my sea legs in under me on it right now. Okay, let's try pass 2 and see how it does. Again, you know, trying to sort of lay it flat and let it glide, as Steve said. I didn't think I would like the pivot, but it is interesting the way it feels. It sort of does the work for you. So you're not, you know, adjusting, which is, again, it is a very much a different experience from what I used to. Not bad, but different. And it's difficult to stay cognizant of keeping it flat, because if you're used to shaving a particular way and have been for a long time, you know, old habits. But I would imagine after a few shaves we will, you know, get this technique down, and it really does sort of find its own way in terms of that pivot, which I, for one, didn't expect to like, but it feels good. It's just going to take me some time to trust it, because I trust me and my technique more than I trust the razor. And, you know, I trust me to go around my chin and around the contours, but I'm going to have to learn, I think, to trust this razor. Okay, excellent pass 2. Stay tuned. We'll come back for pass 3. I must say, feeling my face in between these passes, it feels like it's doing an effective job. In terms of cutting, you just don't really feel the blade cutting as you do with your normal, you know, safety razors, your other safety razors. So it really is unique and unusual. This is not a razor that's like anything else you've used, most likely. It feels entirely different, and will take some getting used to, but in terms of the way it's shaving well, and it feels mild, but I have a feeling it just feels that way because I'm not accustomed to it. I'm betting it's more efficient than I think it is. Definitely feels different, but not in a bad way. Just in a way that requires some getting used to. Is it a $400 razor? I don't know. And it'll take some time for me to figure that out. I have a hard time believing any razor is worth that to me. However, you know, it may turn out to be after I use this for a few weeks and go, this is the best doggone razor I've ever used. I don't know. Maybe that's where we will find ourselves. It is entirely possible. One of the things I was turned off by was they promoted it as using a new blade every single time. And I'm like, what? These blades look a lot like gym blades, and I'm going to try a gym blade later after I get a few shaves on this one. But a new blade every time, don't think that's necessary, but we'll find out, because I'll use this in a day or two again, and, you know, maybe even tomorrow. I don't know. And we'll see how it goes. This is a feather blade, and the regular feather DEs last, you know, several shaves at least, 3 at least. So the idea of having to use a new blade every day is, that did not appeal to me at all. Wow, this is really unusual. I think in a good way. I'm just not used to, you know, the razor moving. So it's going to take some getting used to. It really feels like a mild shaver, but I think it's doing a better job. and I believe it to be doing. Maybe tomorrow I'll try against the grain, which I never do, which is, you know, this way and this way on the neck. I do it on my face, cheeks, but I don't do it on my neck. So maybe we'll try it to see how it goes. Okay, there was a great 3 passes. Stay tuned. We'll come back for the post. All right, in comes the magic. Made by Witches, Thayers Witch Hazel, which is great stuff. And as you know, I'm the world's #1 fan of Thayers. At least that's what I say. But I feel strongly that it adds a lot to my shaving routine. Moisturizes. It's an astringent. And it's nice stuff. Okay, let's review our equipment before we get to the aftershave. The Nathan Clark, I call it TKO, but it is a Nathan Clark by Envy Shave Black Wolf fan knot. This is my favorite brush at current. I get asked that a lot. I just love that Black Wolf fan knot. It's really, really nice. The Deal Maker, sent to me by Chris Ryan. Thank you, Chris. This is a keeper. Really nice scent. Outstanding performance. It's under $4 an ounce. Sold via the shaving shop. Really nice. Citrus and floral, be the way I would describe it. But it's light floral. You can detect it, but it's not granny floral, if that makes any sense. And the Oneblade, which I traded for. Very unusual. It did a good job feeling my face. I did not expect it to. It didn't feel like it was cutting. And it's going to take some time for me to learn to trust this pivot to do what it's supposed to do. It's an unusual experience in a pleasant way because you don't really think it's doing much, but it is. So engineering-wise, this is really unusual in a good way, and we'll continue to use it and see how we feel about it. But it did provide for a really good shave. So, you know, there is that. I'll continue to use it until I make up my mind how I feel about it. But first shave was very positive. It's odd. I think the key with it is to learn to trust that pivot. That's just my feeling on it. The aftershave today, Stirling Arcadia. Folks often ask, what are some of my favorite brands of aftershaves? Stirling is there at the top because they are well priced and they stick around. And this is a beautiful one, Arcadia. If I'm not mistaken, it smells, the scent is reminiscent of sort of Razor Rock, Son of Zeus, things like that. It is really nice. Oh yeah, scent and nice ingredients in these Razor Rock aftershaves, by the way. Alcohol, witch hazel, glycerin, aloe. So it's not just the scent that I love. They also contain good stuff, and they are an excellent value the way they're priced. Really superb. Stirling Arcadia is a really beautiful one. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Until next time, what are we going to do until next time? Let's help make the entire world shave great once again.